What's up, my Fina loves? It's Miss Fina D coming to you all from Fina Entertainment News. Now, most of you are aware that a few weeks ago on Instagram Live, Phaedra Park said this about how she joined Married to Medicine.
So I mean, my thing is we've got Alicia on here. Me and Alicia are obviously very new to the show. And we've got the two OGs that have been on here from the inception of the show. So a lot of this is about learning how to cooperate and collaborate with people in certain, scenarios and situations. And I see some of the comments like, "Oh, did Phaedra turn on her friend?" I don't have a dog in this fight. If y'all know what that means, I'm new to the show. I don't have any reason to be jumping on any bandwagon. And while, it was said that nobody brought me to this show, I'm Phaedra Parks. I came to the show. So, ain't nobody got to bring me nowhere. I've been down in NBC Universal streets for a long time. So, when I see that, I'm like, no. And I knew Jackie, I knew Simone and Heavenly for, I'm sure, almost 20 years, maybe. We did, you and I, Simone, did the doctors together when I was pregnant with my second baby. Remember, and I had
Yes.
placenta previa, and you was telling me some, yeah. So, yeah, so when you say I'm neutral, okay, and I got kicked, into this stuff. So don't come at me with that, baby. Period.
Sure, Dr. Alicia was looking like, what is happening right now? Okay. Well, anyways, when Quad was on Carlos King, during her interview, this is what she had to say about what she did to bring Phaedra to the show and how disappointed and hurtful it was for Phaedra to not have her back.
Phaedra came back and made a comeback on Married to Medicine. Um, Me, along with the fans, were like, "This is the new freaking frack." We were excited. We were reminded of a clip of you and Phaedra when she appeared on Married to Medicine. You guys had this good, whimsical, fun girlfriend relationship. How did you find out Phaedra was coming back to the show?
Well, I had been talking to Phaedra too, but because our relationship has been long standing. I didn't care who in Atlanta was not friends with Phaedra and who told me not to be a friend or to watch her or she's this and she's
People
that.
say that to you.
All the time.
They said to watch Phaedra.
Yeah, with your eyes and another pair too. But I never felt like that about Phaedra. I never felt like that. The energy between Phaedra and I had always been good. We've always been really cool. And so I was like, yeah, I hear you all, but, she's all right with me. And I can be your friend and her friend too. I'm not going to not be this person's friend because maybe some things are going on with some people, we know mutual people, right? I did hear that, she was saying that she was dating a doctor.
Have you met him?
I have not.
Have you seen a FaceTime?
No.
A picture?
I saw the picture that was on the show with the emoji face on it, but I've not seen like a picture on the phone or if her and I may have been sitting next to each other, no.
Y'all think we gonna let it slide on through Married to Medicine? Come on now. Emoji face. We have a very credible show. I'm married to a doctor. Toya's married to a prominent emergency medicine doctor, Dr. Jackie, Dr. Jada, Dr. Eglin. We got a new doctor. Her husband is a plastic oral surgeon. Dr. Simone is an OBGYN. You know what I mean? Jackie's an OBGYN. And Phaedra is dating emoji face. Let's what you want to know about it? So why do people hide the man face? Have you met this man? Can I answer that question? Listen, I don't know nothing but the truth. That's all I know. And my answer, Royale Royal, because you lit it up. No, I have not met him. No, I have not. I have yet to meet him. I really do think it's a real man. I do. But no, I haven't had that privilege to meet Dr. O. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. We picked the letter Dr. O. No, I have not met him. Okay.
Phaedra said his name was Dr. O, so that's why Heavenly did that. Hot mess. Let's get back to Quad.
I'm not. What I will say is, we, the ladies of Married to Medicine, had never seen him yet.
Okay.
Yeah. And so basically I heard that, she was dating a doctor, and then, Matthew Anderson and I began to have conversations. Of course, he knows that we were friends, and Phaedra and I have been cool for a long time. And actually that connection did come through my ex-husband, to be honest with you. And she knew me and really didn't know many of the other girls. None of them really, knew of them, but not personal relationships with them. So of course, Matthew and I had conversations, and it's like, he told me a little bit more about, possibly bringing Phaedra on board. I thought that it was a great idea. I think Phaedra understands television,
She's great at it.
Yeah, she understands it. And so, he was like, let's work on this. And I said, let's do it. And so I was asked to participate in her process of coming on board, and I did like an audition, on behalf of her, and spoke very highly
What you mean
about
audition?
You send in a tape, and I sat in my office, and there was a line of questions that was presented to me.
You had a camera, and you pressed the record button?
Yeah, so it was the casting person. And then, she just Zoomed me. We had a Zoom meeting, and then there was a number of questions that was asked in respect to myself and Phaedra and our relationship. And yeah, I answered the questions, and I told them, how I really felt about her, that she was great for TV, and, her and I have a great relationship. She's really cool, and it's fun, and, Willy Wonka better watch out because the chocolate girl's coming through, and, yeah, that's all recorded. That's all recorded. And so I really was happy to hear, and really even more happy to help bring her on board, so.
So you advocated for Phaedra.
Most certainly. That was easy. That was very easy for me to do because I wanted to see her back on television. I thought she was always great for TV. I mean, what it had been maybe 5 years that we had not seen her on a show consistently. And I just felt like, we're good. Her and I are great. So I didn't see a reason for me not to advocate for her.
So when you advocated for Phaedra to get on the show, how did you feel in these past 2 episodes when you guys were at the table? And from what I saw, it appears she did not once advocate for you.
At the table scene was horrible. Across the board. Across the board. The table scene was horrible. And to learn that she had changed her airline ticket. I'm like, that's not what you told me. I text you like, hey, I'm at the airport, what's up, what's going on, where are you? And she's like, oh, I'm running around, girl, I'm at the drugstore. I'm running around at the drugstore, I'll be there or something along those lines. I do have the text messages. And so for me to later on hear that she basically changed her flight because she didn't want to be around me or maybe wanted to go along to get along, that was devastating. I didn't understand why she would do that.
Gonna see this, and we saw y'all friendship. We even saw it at the funeral home, and you came out the casket, honey, with a resurrection like it was Easter. It was giving very much Easter Sunday, honey. Hey, Jamal Bryant. We loved it. It wasn't even from our vantage point as a viewer. Every single episode was Phaedra Quad, Phaedra Quad, Phaedra Quad. What you got, bitch? I got that, bitch. What are we doing, honey? We did boom, boom, boom. And it was like the next episode after that, it was like instantly, we saw her not even utter a word in your defense. And it was shocking to us.
Now, Carlos, after everything Phaedra has done, you're shocked that she didn't have Quad's back? Why would that shock you? This woman sat on national television and lied on Candy like that, and you're shocked that she didn't have Quad's back? Nothing else supposed to shock anyone about Phaedra behavior. Not even Quad should be shocked. Now, I completely understand that, yes, people will tell you be careful, all of that. Go ahead and learn your own lesson. She gave Phaedra a fair chance. Now she's learning her lesson. But for Carlos King of all people to sit there and say, I was shocked. Shocked about what?
If we go back into the episode and was like, oh, well, can Quad stay with you? Can she stay with you? Can she stay with you? Oh, I'm not getting her room. Did she stay with you? Can she stay? Like, no one wanted to room with me, you know? And, oh, well, Phaedra said she doesn't wish to stay with you. And there were some things that did happen at the resurrection where Heavenly, I think Toya had gotten into it with Alicia and said some things, made some allegations against Alicia's husband and his practice or something. And there was a conversation after that over the phone where I thought it was just personal between Phaedra and I. And she was saying that, you know, this is a bunch of ninja, S-H-I-T, and if I, you know, I don't want to be a part of that. And
Phaedra said that?
Mm-hmm. And I was like, well, you know, we're good over here. I mean, you know, the housewives, you know, were, I'm sure, a lot tougher, you know, like Phaedra, like seriously, this is easy for you
We
over
weren't
here.
picking daisies off of the vines at Chastain Park.
Nor were you blowing out dandelion.
Okay.
So anyway, I just thought that there truly was like a personal conversation between us, just her and I. And then later on, Heavenly and I spoke, and I'm learning that she told Heavenly and Simone and maybe even had a couple of others. Anyway, it got around to the girls, and some of the girls were offended by her saying this is some ninja shit, and she didn't want to be a part. If it was going to continue to go like that, then she would rather just continue to do her one-off shows like Ultimate Girls Trip and things of that nature. And in that, I remember Heavenly and I speaking, and Heavenly said something along the lines of, well, she just got afraid when Toya started going off on, you know, Alicia and you know, making those allegations against Alicia. And she said, I feel like, you know, Phaedra got scared. And I was like, what do you mean? And, you know, she's like, but Phaedra, you know, Phaedra's a liar and this and that. And I said, well, you know, what did she lie about? You know, are you talking about her not knowing how many months pregnant she was? Because that's what I remembered.
For those of you who watch the interview, you can listen to the rest. I have to end it there because really, Quad? I mean, come on. Really? Wow. So you remembered her lying about due date, but not what she did to Candy? Now I get it. Like I said, Phaedra is an attorney. Quad is over here doing her best to not repeat something that Phaedra clearly lied about and said, I didn't say it, when her own friend put her on blast and said, yes, you did. You said Candy told you. And she said, no, I told you, I heard it. So Quad is over here trying to protect herself and is not even repeating or touching the Candy topic. But girl, bye. Because you could have said Phaedra lying about her due date and also the other situation that happened that, you know, we can't talk about. There was still a way for you to slide that in there. But for you to sit in that interview and pretend that I didn't know she was a liar, and the only thing I thought she lied about was, you know, her pregnancy because of her religion. That's what she said. Like, girl, really? Religion meaning stating that I got pregnant before marriage when your mother heavily involved in the church and the things of God, and, you know, certain things are frowned upon and all of that. Hot mess. We all know Phaedra is a liar. She was fired for being a liar. And then she lied to you, Quad. And now you're learning the hard way. Even though Carlos denied those rumors that he was the producer who, you know, told Phaedra, Carlos said, absolutely not, okay? And I wasn't fired. I quit. Still, even if Carlos' name was mixed in there and he's the one interviewing you, You didn't have to say the incident. You could have simply said, and the other incident we're not going to talk about. That's it. You could have still slid that in there, but for you to completely dismiss what she attempted to do to another woman and pretend the only lie you are aware that she told was her due date situation, girl. Anyways, there's a reason here. Quad is very strategic. Dr. Heavenly said during her review with Carlos that basically Quad brought up certain things that happened between Phaedra, the lady that was involved in her ex-husband case, and other things that could get Phaedra in trouble. Dr. Heavenly said allegedly Quad brought those things up. So here's Quad now proving that not only did I not bring those things up, I didn't even mention the biggest scandal on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Quad is like, my mind was so far removed that the only thing I brought up was Phaedra lying about her due date, trying to prove that Dr. Heavenly is lying and she never said that, because if there's anything she should have brought up was what Phaedra attempted to do to Candy. And the fact that it didn't even cross her mind, that means Heavenly is lying. In her mind and in her eyes, this is the way and a way to clear her name. I keep saying attempted because it did not work. Yes, Candy was crying, she was emotional, she had her moment and all of that, but the lie did not work because Phaedra was exposed in the end and she was fired. So this is quite a way of saying, like I said previously, Heavenly is lying. Also, Phaedra making comments, and remarks that she's not about that life. Maybe that whole situation of her getting fired privately taught her a lesson. She saw what creating the mess and attempting to destroy people's lives did to her life. And so maybe she's now turning over a new leaf and saying, I don't want to be involved. I would rather you all call me boring and say I didn't bring nothing than to blame me for something.
Getting some last minute things and shopping at the local pharmacy.
Walgreens or CVS?
Babe, I think it was Rite Aid. Girl, we know. I have the text message. I can't make it up. I can't make it up.
I'm about to do this, but
I can't make it up.
I know you can't.
That's all you can do. After someone has played in your face, after you've been warned, all you can do is laugh at the end. Because why are you going to stay angry? You were warned. You chose to learn for yourself. Lesson learned. She can laugh about it. But hey, whoever you want to believe, go ahead and do that. Phaedra says she brought herself on. Quad said I advocated for you. Whatever the case might be, we all know Phaedra is a liar, and Bravo did whatever to get her on the show because the man doesn't even exist. But there you have it. I'm wishing all of you well and take care. My loves, thank you all for your love and support. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up. Also turn on notifications so when I do post, you're aware that I posted. And I will see you all in the comment section. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.